Hey, I came across this interesting question. Mr. Lion asked Mr. Tiger to call his brother. Here his may refer to whom?
Oh, that's a tricky one. It could refer to either Mr. Lion or Mr. Tiger.
Exactly. If his refers to Mr. Lion, it would mean Mr. Lion asked Mr. Tiger to call Mr. Lion's brother.
Right, and if his refers to Mr. Tiger, it would mean Mr. Lion asked Mr. Tiger to call Mr. Tiger's brother.
So the ambiguity comes from the pronoun his, since it can refer to any male mentioned before.
Yes, without more context, we can't definitively say who his is referring to. It could be Mr. Lion or Mr. Tiger.
That's interesting. It shows how important context is in understanding pronouns in sentences.
Absolutely. Context is key to resolving such ambiguities. In this case, more information would be needed to clarify who is being referred to.
I guess the question is designed to test our understanding of pronouns and their references.
Seems like it. It's a good reminder to always look for context when interpreting sentences.
I found another question that's pretty interesting. Which among the following are the theories/concepts relating to meaning? Here are the options. 1. Apoha 2. Sphota 3. Kyati 4. Vani in poetics. 5. Pratyahara in phonetics. Which of them combiningly? Your options. 1. Apoha and Kyati only 2. Apoha, Sphota, and Vani only 3. Sphota and Vani only 4. Kyati, Vani, and Pratyahara only.
Okay, let's break this down. Apoha, Sphota, and Vani are the correct concepts relating to meaning, right?
Yes, so the correct answer should be Apoha, Sphota, and Vani only. Let's discuss why the other options are incorrect.
Sure. Apoha is a concept from Buddhist philosophy, which means exclusion or differentiation as a way of understanding meaning.
Right. Sphota, from Indian linguistic philosophy, refers to the idea that meaning is conveyed through the burst or revelation of sound.
And Vani, in poetics, relates to the suggested or implicit meaning in literature, beyond the literal words used.
Exactly. Now, Kyati refers to error or illusion, which isn't related to meaning directly.
And Pratyahara is a concept in phonetics about the abbreviation of phonetic rules, not about meaning either.
So, Apoha, Sphota, and Vani correctly identify theories related to meaning, while the others don't.
Let's look at the combined options now. Apoha and Kyati only can't be right because Kyati isn't about meaning.
And Sphota and Vani only leaves out Apoha, which we know is related to meaning.
Then Kyati, Vani, and Pratyahara only is wrong, because Kyati and Pratyahara are not related to meaning, but Vani is.
Which leaves us with Apoha, Sphota, and Vani only as the correct answer, because it correctly includes Apoha, Sphota, and Vani.
Perfect. That makes sense. The other options are incorrect due to including concepts not related to meaning or missing key ones that are.
It's interesting how understanding the individual terms helps eliminate the wrong choices and find the correct one.
Here's an interesting question. For language acquisition to occur, which of the following are needed? The options are 1. Input 2. Interaction 3. Only input but no interaction 4. Neither input nor interaction 5. Only innate capacity but no input, or options combiningly are 1. Input and only input but no interaction 2. Input and interaction 3. Interaction and only input but no interaction 4. Only input but no interaction, neither input nor interaction, and only innate capacity but no input.
Alright, let's discuss this. We know that both input and interaction are essential for language acquisition, right?
Yes, that's correct. So the right answer is input and interaction only. Now let's go through why the other options are incorrect.
Sure. Input refers to the exposure to language that a learner needs, and interaction involves the communicative practice that helps in learning the language effectively.
Exactly. Now, the option only input but no interaction is incorrect, because interaction is crucial for practical language use and understanding context.
And neither input nor interaction is clearly wrong, because without input or interaction, language acquisition cannot occur.
Then we have only innate capacity but no input, which is also incorrect because, despite having an innate capacity for language, a person still needs input to learn any language.
Let's look at the combined options. Input and only input from no interaction only can't be right because only input from no interaction contradicts the necessity of interaction.
Exactly. Interaction and only input but no interaction only also doesn't make sense for the same reason. Interaction is necessary, but the statement about only input without interaction is wrong.
Only input from no interaction, neither input nor interaction, and only innate capacity from no input only is clearly incorrect, because it combines all the wrong options we've discussed.
Which leaves us with input and interaction only as the correct answer, because both elements are essential for language acquisition.
Perfect. It's clear that input and interaction together provide the necessary conditions for learning a language.
Indeed. Understanding each term helps eliminate incorrect choices and confirm the right one.
Here's a question about translation. A human engaged in translation should know at least 1. 3 languages, 2. Advanced languages, 3. Target language, 4. Source language, 5. Minority languages. Now, tell me the correct option combiningly. 6. 3 languages and minority languages only 7. Advanced languages and target language only 8. Target language and source language only 9. Source language and minority languages only.
Okay, let's think about this. For translation, knowing the target language and the source language is crucial, right?
Yes, that's correct. So the right answer is target language and source language only. Let's discuss why the other options are incorrect.
Sure. Knowing 3 languages might be useful, but it's not necessary. A translator needs to know the specific languages they are translating between.
Exactly. And advanced languages is too vague. It doesn't specify which languages are needed for translation.
Minority languages are important in some contexts, but again, it's about knowing the specific source and target languages for the task at hand.
Right. Now let's look at the combined options. 3 languages and minority languages only is incorrect, because it doesn't specify the need for both the source and target languages.
And advanced languages and target language only leaves out the source language, which is essential for translation.
Source language and minority languages only is also incorrect, because while the source language is needed, the minority languages option is not necessarily relevant to every translation task.
Which leaves us with target language and source language only as the correct answer, because both are essential for effective translation.
Perfect. It's clear that a translator needs to be proficient in both the language they are translating from, source language, and the language they are translating to, target language.